Hello everyone, welcome back to more Quick Draft Zendikar Rising. The disadvantage of losing all these games is that I am not earning gems, but the advantage is that I have plenty of time to record more episodes. Haha, gotcha. Alright, what is this? Some big black thing. Oh yeah. I've seen this before. Never been offered to me in a draft, but I've seen opponents have it and it's scary. It loves to be in blue-black, but is probably playable in some other decks, maybe? It needs a pretty heavy commitment to black, so you don't really want to run in a tricolor deck, I suspect. Bloodchief's Thirst. Ah, yes, right. Destroy a small thing or kick it to destroy anything. I've seen that before. Okay. Well, I'll just pick the rare and see where it takes me. I think. I mean, is Bloodchief's Thirst better? I don't think so. There's a lot of different removal available, whereas this is a card that can really carry the game if you get it at the... I mean, it's also fine in black-white, actually, just because it's got lifelink and flying. Okay, white removal. I can't believe Paired Tactician is uncommon. Is it really actually good? I don't think so. Nothing blue. But Feed the Swarm is great black removal, so I'll just draft that and stay flexible in where I go next. When it attacks, target creature an opponent controls with power less than or equal to the number of warriors you control can't block this turn. This is like a red-white warriors thing, okay. I think I will just take a Blood Priest. Maybe it ends up getting me some life gain synergy. Maybe I end up cutting it, but it doesn't commit me to anything else difficult. Here we go. This is kind of what I was looking for. A blue flying mill thing to have a reason to have this card. Now, Core Celebrant is more life gain, but I don't have any life gain synergy yet. I just have another life gain card. And we'll have a chance to draft Core Celebrants later if that seems like a good idea. Whereas the Wind Robber, you don't get that many chances to draft those. Really? No black cards and this is the only blue card? Okay. Well, in case we end up in black-red, I guess? We're definitely not going black-green. Those are not the black cards that we have right now. What is this junk? I guess the Royal Mage is fine. It doesn't really fit with the rest of the deck, but it could do something. Whereas the other stuff, it's at least a 2-drop, right? It's a creature. You can sometimes play it on 6 to do a little something. We could take the Mucklord, I guess. Not for counter synergies, but just because it's a bigger creature that's not as badly statted as this one. A 2-mana 2/1 is pretty bad. But it has a big upside in the late game. I don't know, I'll take it. Okay, here's some life gain synergy. But I'm not going to have much life gain, I don't think, if I'm actually going blue-white after all. Blue-black. I think we take the Living Tempest as more... We're very much about flying so far. Mind Drain? I guess. I don't know. The Blight Priest, you know, it can synergize okay with just this card, but yeah, this makes them mill a bit as well, which is cool. And they discard 2 cards and they mill, so it's pretty good with like a mill approach. I really have no idea how to play mill, but I'm just gonna take all the cards that say like discard on them and see what happens. This is all probably bad. What if I took Skyclave Sentinel? It's a flyer. I don't think I'm ever going to play Glacial Grasp, so let's take the Skyclave Sentinel. That's blue. That's blue. Okay, there's a rogue. Man, we're really, like, now that I'm getting familiar with the cards in the format, I'm getting through the drafts a lot more quickly. So what is this? Oh, this is a really good card, right? Oh, if only I had this in the last deck, right? I don't know. I didn't get enough little stuff anyway to really activate it. This is a flying Death Touch haste that likes party. Right now we really only have clerics and rogues. But, like, even for 4 mana, even for 5 mana, this is pretty cool. And it gives all your other creatures Death Touch, which is, like, obviously cool. And nothing else here is good anyway. Well, this is maybe okay. But, like, this could threaten to end the game. And we could conceivably play it a bit early. Yeah. Oops, I left my phone on the table, which I usually don't. Or we take the Blight Priest. We have, like, a life gain card. But I think this is, like, worth splashing some red for. And I could maybe play, like, an Electromancer as well to increase my potential for better party stuff. But I still want to be mostly about rogues and stuff. For example, this guy's pretty cool. Probably better than Bubble Snare. Yeah, I agree. There's the Soaring Thought Thief, the blue-black flying mill rogue thing. Amazing. Here's another rogue that kind of sneaks in. A red rogue. It doesn't really, like, I don't have much rogue synergy. Like, I have this basically. And also somewhere there's another one here. But I don't necessarily want to increase my reliance on red necessarily. But at the moment, I don't have any other cards worth taking. I could take the Cinderclasm. I'm running a couple of 1/1s, which could make this bad, but also I'm running some cards that aren't 1/1s. I don't know, we'll take it. Maybe I end up sideboarding it. There's another Night Runner rogue. It's just probably not good. Well, I was about to say let's take the red modal land. But I don't think that is actually that good for me. Whereas just like another rogue can do some stuff. And another? No. Removal? Sure, removal. Small removal, but that's often enough to take care of flyers. Ugh. Pass? I guess Glacial Grasp would be the most exciting one of these, maybe. Okay, another Stalker Rogue thing. Bunch of nothing cards. Don't want a Utility Knife. Here's this Apparition. Yeah, obviously not for this deck. Mind Carver. Now that fits pretty well. We have several mill cards and a bunch of little dudes who would rather be big dudes. Yeah, let's take it. I think. Better than the other options. Not going to splash green as well. Doesn't even really fit in the deck anyway. I don't want the GOP'd. I just want like stuff that actually fits the deck. What are my colors like? Okay. The Geyser Mage is some tempo stuff, I guess. How many party things? 1 cleric, 9 rogues, and 1 wizard. So I could take an Electromancer. It could be pretty cool, but also it might not be. I have very little other party synergy, so taking it as my only party synergy card is like not really that exciting. Like, it costs me 3 mana and it gets down a creature that mostly doesn't do anything, except maybe it lets me like gain some mana, like 2 mana. Like, oh wow. You paid 1 mana for a creature that doesn't really do anything. It's a 3/2, which is cool, but this deck doesn't really care that much about that, I think. So if I'm drafting any of these, I think it kind of has to be the Geyser Mage, although I don't really want it. More Geopedes. Oh, Feed the Swarm is probably good. Mind Drain or another Stalker? I think another Mind Drain, or a first Mind Drain, or whatever it is. It's a second. I want to make sure I can actually activate the stuff that cares about milling your opponent. This is all bad, right? This could be playable, but not very. On the other hand, it's like it's a 2-drop, and it flies, and it could be played late, and I need a few more cards. Another Mind Drain seems maybe a bit much. Sizzling Barrage, sure. I could take another Molten Blast. It's probably not very good. A Utility Knife? I already have one sideboarded, don't I? Yeah. Oh, there's Wind Robber. This is fine. Another Utility Knife is better than anything else there. The Cleric, I guess. I don't know, this stuff all doesn't matter. So, color-wise, it turned out to be balanced between blue-black. Splashing red seems fine. I have just a couple of important red cards. Mostly this one. Party-wise, it's like, this guy might cost only 4. He's almost never going to cost 3. But he's still insane at 4, I think. I have like a flying deal damage win condition, but I also have like kind of a mill win condition in a way with the Thought Thief. The Blood Priest just is no good at all. Almost anything else would be better here. Speaking of which, now I have 0 clerics. And 0 warriors. So in fact, this guy will never be less than 4. I only have 1 wizard, so he's probably going to be 5, in fact. But he's still good at 5, I'm pretty sure. Just another Molten Blast, I guess? I don't know. My curve is pretty low. How much of this is actually creatures? 5 1-drops. 1, 2, 3 2-drops. So maybe... And on 3 I have 2, 3 3-drops. Maybe what I need is just another small creature. Like a 1/3. That'll save me a lot of damage in the early game. It doesn't do much damage, but A, it's a cleric, and B, it lets me maybe stall enough to get more stuff milled, ? I don't know, we'll try it. Land composition still looks fine. Let's give it a go. Oh, let's fix the art while we're here. We want Soaring Thought Thief art. Actually, we could take that wacky the rare that we got, the red-black guy. But I think we're really more of a Soaring Thought Thief deck. Darth Ozzy? Okay. This is totally lovely. I have 1-drop, a 2-drop. Maybe a few too many lands. Oh, one thing I was thinking about was whether I should be cutting some lands, and I forgot to check that. I am running pretty low curve. This is probably too many lands. I don't know, whatever, here you go. Cancel. It's not an oops, it doesn't even help. Oh, I forgot, it has to actually... It does matter. The mill yeah. It's not like your opponent mills. Yeah, okay, oops, indeed. Well, I'm new to the deck. I'll be making some mistakes. So that was the first one. My first action all game. This is kind of horrible. Way too many lands. I was just playing this early so I could like stop having to hit resolve. What is this? +2/+2 flying first strike. That's exciting. Well, we're losing this game by a lot. Not just because of all my mistake cost me was 2 cards in the graveyard, which doesn't seem to matter nearly yet. I also wish I had this back, but I kind of felt like I needed to tempo out, like, pretty aggressively. I don't know. If I had known opponent was going to make a 5/5, maybe playing against green and white, I should be a little bit more reserved with my removal. How have I drawn all 4 of my mountains? That's kind of Shocking. Okay, I give up. But sure, let's cut some lands and put in a couple more useful creatures, I guess. Probably, since I have such a small curve. Yeah, it's like I'm playing nothing large. This, basically, these two. So cut a swamp, or that was an island, whatever, that's what I meant. And put in... what? Geyser Mage is a 2-drop, but I have a lot of those already, having added the Cleric of Chill Depths. So maybe a 3-drop? I only have 4 2-drops. I'd like more. Now the real question, do I cut even more to put in one of these two? Yeah. I don't know. We're going to run 15 lands. There you go. I got a bunch of small stuff. Dramatically revising the mana base of this deck. I think I was losing that last game even if I drew like 2 more meaningful cards. Like, partly because of blundering... Well, I don't know. By spending my removal too soon, not really thinking about what my opponent might be playing in a white-green deck. Right, they didn't end up playing any landfall stuff, but that deck has a lot of stuff you really need to get rid of, and that it's super cheap to kill with Feed the Swarm. Okay, this is a great hand. It's got a 1 and a 2 and the right colors to play them. We have this if we ever get a mountain. What was this, by the way? Okay, it's just a mountain. I think we play this first, just to get more stuff on the board. Saving Mind Drain for when I can't do anything more proactive. And this is down to 4, by the way. I managed to get a wizard out. Ooh, that's a big creature. So that's slowing me down quite a bit, of course. What did they discard? Attended Healer and this Vanguard thing. Wow, discarded Attended Healer. -2, -0. Does that help me at all? No. It has flash, so... Even if I could block with both these creatures on here, it still wouldn't kill anything. Wouldn't kill it. That's 7 in their graveyard already? Okay. So I can block like this, but I worry about Sizzling Barrage. So I kind of feel like I should actually block with almost everything. Actually, in fact, everything. So if you barrage any one thing, I still kill it. And if you don't, well, you get to kill one of my 1/1s, which is too bad. But at least I killed your 3/3. I could sack it. That would be a pretty bad plan. I'd rather kill his 3/3 than draw a card. This guy's back up to costing 5 now. Not that it matters, I still have no red. What is this? Whenever you attack a player with one or more equipped creatures... Oh, I guess you have the equipped creatures, not the other player does. You may unattach. If you do, tap that creature and it gains indestructible until end of turn. Huh. Well, I guess we're gonna have to start getting in for some damage. It's not very enjoyable. But opponent's at 10. Enough that I'm putting on some pressure. Not as much as is being put on me, of course. But some. Ramp? Okay. Well, I have nothing better to do this turn than just deal some damage. This is what I get for taking out all the lands. But I still don't think it was wrong. Aha! A card. I mean, probably I should play this guy, right? Swing with everything. All my creatures have death touch. I should have just swung with this, maybe. I don't know. Because he can block with something and then unattach to gain indestructible, and meanwhile he gets to kill my other dudes. Yeah, this was a mistake. But he can't make this. He can't. Oh, he doesn't have any white mana. Genius. Genius level plays. Okay. There you go. Turns out mountains are the key to this deck. All the stuff we did earlier was also good, of course. Should I have one more land? I don't know. I guess I have two sort of expensive cards. Maybe I want 6 mana. I have a lot of this. This is like a mana sink. I have some kicker spells. Maybe it is too little. Give me another mountain, I think. Yeah. Oh, hang on. I have to remove something if I'm... I mean, I don't have to, but you don't want to play a 41 card deck. I think the last thing I put in was a Geyser Mage. Okay. So I don't know. In most games, the kind of like mill game, you're not going to actually mill your opponent down to 0, no matter how much mill you put in your deck in limited, or at least in draft. Maybe in sealed you can. I don't know. I don't play sealed. But we have a few cards that synergize with like the opponent having discarded stuff to make them stronger. So it's still a useful thing to build towards. I mean, it's a little weird. I wish I had some black, but otherwise it's insane. I have my 2 good flyers here. Okay, we're gonna play this, I guess? Flashing in to make it not attack me doesn't really help, I don't think. Yeah, unsurprising to see some swamps here. I wish I had swamps. And now I might as well flash it into, you know, I wonder if I should have not attacked, actually, and say, yeah, that would have been pretty cool. But it's not something I'll be doing this coming turn. Is it? No. So I could flash this in, I guess. I'll just admit I made a mistake by attacking, I think. And try to get an opportunity to do it later. Preserve this for when it does something instead of just preventing 1 damage and being a rogue. And again, right at the moment, I'm not actually going to be able to activate it. So I might as well swing, because I'm not going to block. Oh, we have this guy up already. That's pretty cool. Oh no, I don't have any black. Don't have any black. If I draw a swamp, no swamps. No anti-cognition, please? I don't know. Actually, I would be happy to see it, because then you're not blocking my real bombs. 3 cards in your graveyard, 3 in mine? Okay, that's fine. I just want to draw a swamp. Dreadworm's a little spooky. There's my swamp, though. We play this guy first and leave open some blue. And try to smork in there for 100 damage. Yeah, that's probably the right trade. You have 6 in your graveyard, so once I play this guy will be activated. Once I play the Duelist, I'll be activating my Thought Thief. Okay, I really couldn't care less. Oh, that's very unpleasant. But opponent's paying a lot for that. In fact, I have lethal if you attack. Okay, not surprising that you didn't. I could have flashed this guy in, but like, I guess why? Oh, because then it could attack this turn. No, I couldn't have it. It costs 2. Right. Yep, that's good. Oops. I don't know, it doesn't seem like a mistake, just a sad outcome for you. Okay, how are you going to find a way out of this? Maybe the oops is that you spent your 2 premium removals on 1 mediocre creature and 1 insane one instead of on 2 insane ones? I don't know. What are we having here? All the swamps? Okay, to your hand though. I guess you... I see. That does let you live. Now I get all the lands. So you block here. No, you block here, here. I think this is probably fine. I kill everything and I keep my 2/3. I don't know, why attack with these guys though, right? He might draw something even more scary. Now he has to block and just lose it. Return it to its hand. You should have done that before it attacked if you were going to do this, I think. So you wouldn't get milled. Unless you wanted to get milled, which seems unlikely. I guess I could have played the mountain, whatever. Really should have played the mountain. Well, that's kind of cool. You're making me lose this? Oh, if I had played the mountain, I could have kept enough mana open to play that guy flashing in response. Definitely Definitely sad about that. Yeah. I just like didn't realize I could play a land. I had forgotten. Do they block the 1/1 or not? I assume so. Okay. Well, no sense rushing on the Mind Drain then. But whatever you've drawn, I would prefer you not play it. It was an island. Okay. Yeah, you're still fighting. I haven't won yet. I mean, thanks, by the way, to that huge blunder of not getting my Thought Thief back down. The game would be over 100 years ago if I had not made that misplay. I just didn't realize I would have had enough mana to play them both. I wasn't really thinking about it. I was just kind of lazily playing stuff because I felt so far ahead. But things can change, and you want to squeeze all the value you can out of winning positions so that they don't turn into losing positions. Racky tacky. Okay, I don't have any black again, but I have a big card. Should be okay at drawing black, right? I don't have a 1 or a 2. I mean, I have this, but honestly, it's better as a flash spell than as an aggro card. It's just a 1/2. Okay, I can actually play it to kill this guy. Which seems fine. I might get Sizzling Barrage, but that's a great result for this guy. Okay, or that. It's an instant. And this is red-white. I should actually save this because it's really good if it deals 2 damage to everything after they've played a few dudes. And I think we want to play this because it has more than 2 health. Also, this synergizes better later than now. Okay, I'll probably try to get that thing with, let's see, how do I tap? I could just go in for 2. It doesn't seem that valuable. But on the other hand, I don't want to play a 2/1, and I don't want to Cinderclasm yet. I don't think I should be trying to greed out damage against red-white. Let's just play this to block the 4/3, actually. I could tap differently to be able to play my 1/1 this turn, but I don't want to. I want to get my Cinderclasm back, I suspect. carefully leaving white open. Okay. For that reason, fine. I think this might be a fine Cinderclasm. Having nothing else to do with my mana right now, and it wipes some stuff off the board. But I guess I can do it next turn because he's not blocking anyway, and maybe pick up one more creature with it. Because I don't want to play this. I really do think it's useful to save this to be kicked. I don't know, maybe that's too greedy. You can do all the damage. I hope to tempt him into like playing another small creature or buffing that for damage. It didn't happen. Okay. Well, that makes me feel bad. I paid 2 life to try to get some value out of my opponent, and I didn't get it. But given that opponent has nothing else to play right now, I think Cinderclasm is fine. I should have kicked it in case he has some weird +1/+1 or something. I don't know. Hey, black. I guess I am sort of dying. It is a mild problem. But this flyer is pretty useful. Opponent has 6 cards in graveyard. I'm thinking we cast this down, or whatever, feed the swarm on it for 2. And then we attack with a few things. This one, I guess, specifically. Because I need to still have a flyer up. And I guess I'm not kicking this? Because another Cinderclasm isn't doing much right now. And just having like a Death Touch dude out there that threatens damage is pretty cool. Also, it's a wizard. Oh! Very sad. Are we dead? Have I already lost 3 or just 2? I've lost track. I think just 2 now. Yeah, easy. We're 2-2. What went wrong in that game? Well, for starters, I was a little late on the Cinderclasm, hoping to get more value out of it. Maybe that's just too greedy against an aggressive deck. And I also could have played the 2-1 sooner and gotten in more damage that way. The Royal Mage, I think, is what it's called. I've got all the colors. I've got a 2, a 3, and a 4, and some removal. Like, sign me up. No 1-drops, but... If I flash it in, an opponent happens to play blue and play anti-cognition, I'll be sad. But I think... I don't know. Probably opponents seeing this is not going to be able to influence their choices that much. I guess this is worse against Feed the Swarm, which everybody runs in black. So this, yeah, I should have waited. Fine. I don't mind that one bit. I'm not going to remove it yet. It's not really threatening anything. Oh, that's great news. Now removing it is really cool. Although, like, it's probably still better to just curve out with this and get some draw going. I can wait on removing this, probably. He's gaining some life, but I'm building a board position. Seems important. Anti-cognition! You got me. Well, at least it was not on this guy, which I think is a better creature. Honestly, I can kill that with the Duelist. No, because it still flies. No. Leave all my blue, please. Oh, I could destroy the artifact? I don't think that's that important. Right? Yeah, let's just get this out of here. I'm like a little annoyed about this thing, but opponent is showing no signs of activating it, so it's just a +1/+0 that he has to pay 3 for. And I can mostly just avoid getting blocked by it. Get in for my own damage. Ooh, that's exciting. I'll flash both of these in. They're doing a lot of damage. since I have the Thought Thieves in hand, or on board. I actually get to trade? Because... Oh, I don't get to trade, I just kill it. If he has his own... Okay, I wondered. I could have blocked with all of these in case he had that. But I didn't want to let him get a kill, because these guys are quite valuable at the moment. I assume you trade your 1/1 for my 2/1? Sure. But even if you have a 5/3, I'm winning this race. I can keep chipping in damage, and if I start to get behind, I can like just hold back a 2/1 to jump block while I continue sneaking in more damage. Okay. That one? No cards for you. Right, the spell doesn't resolve because it has no target, so he doesn't get to draw a card. This is 7, 8 would not really be any better, so I won't pay for this. Now I can flash this into surprise him with some damage. Or with a blocker, rather. Or an attacker, I guess. Okay. Just sneak under the radar there. Game obviously went pretty well. I really was, you know, when my opponent flashed in that rogue that stopped me from killing his thing, I really had been thinking about what if he had that specific card. And I was like, you know, in that case it definitely would be better to block more, but I wanted to keep my 2/1s. Like, you know, was it the right decision or the wrong decision? I don't know, but at least I was thinking about what opponent can do. If you're new to Magic or to a particular set, as I am still like not super familiar with Zendikar Rising, I've only been playing for like a week. You kind of are like, well, the set of things opponent could possibly do is unknown, right? You just like assume they're not going to counter your thing, or they're not going to have a combat trick, because who knows? Is there even a combat trick available for the mana that they have in the set? But as you get more familiar with the flow of a particular set, you know, I know the counter spells in this format are like Anti-Cognition and Negate. And I don't know, maybe there's a 4-mana one or something. I think Mind Drain is in a different set, isn't it? Maybe there's like a rare, but all the common, those are the 2 common counter spells. Ugh. Wrong mana base. This is also wrong, but I have this guy and a wizard. No, I'm putting the wizard back. Well, maybe I should put back the Mind Carver and hope to draw blue. This sucks. I can't play this. Alright, well, I mean, this is the best I'm gonna get, I guess. I'll keep the Cinderclasm. No, I'm gonna just bank on drawing an island and try to have a good game from that perspective. Maybe not right away, but soon. And if I do, I'm actually in, I think, pretty fair shape. Despite having only 5 cards. They're 5 pretty good ones. As long as I get an island. What is this? It's a 3... Oh, it's the squid. In blue-green. Okay. I guess we're gonna lose this game. It's an island! I think I need this out. No, this... Oops. Clicked outside the window there. I think I need this because it can usefully block his doo-doo. Maybe. Although he'll probably just kick something and kill it. And right now my priority is not, like, dealing damage to him with the Thought Thief, right? And milling him. I have to live. And that's looking very unlikely. Okay, yeah, that's another problem. I wish you could shut up these, like, stupid pets or whatever they have over there. But it's literally impossible. Unless, I don't know, maybe it's a sound effect, but it's not voice or ambiance. It's like this stupid thing that... You know, what can you do? If opponent has a combat trick, I'm dead, so I might as well try to kill this. That's pretty old art, isn't it? Yeah, there's the combat trick and I'm dead. Okay, I think we went 3 wins? That's fair. I mean, this deck had several strong components, but it was kind of hard to tie it all together. Maybe splashing red was too much. And oh! Yeah, 3 wins. Right. Maybe trying to splash red was too much, and I should have just hung on to the blue-black stuff. But that red card, like, won us at least 1 game. I think. Maybe 2. On the other hand, we were, like, mana screwed a lot, so I don't know. Anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.